Yeah, welcome back to the Charles Owen. Okay, that can be the intro. Welcome back to the Charles Owen experience. We'll keep that in.
We'll keep that in.
Good to see you.
RuneScape.
Good to see you. Hey. Oh no, that's the middle finger.
I'm out of CJI.
That's it.
I'm out of CJI.
This has been a hostile introduction all over the place, mate. My world right now is literally upside down. Dude, that's a sick shirt.
Oh yeah, you know, that's what you like about it. Is it the logo?
The logo's quite subtle, but it's present.
Well, it's subtle on one side, and on the other, it's not so subtle.
Can we see that? Ah, no struggle, no progress. That must be no progress. Who makes designer jiu-jitsu wear?
First one to write in the comments the thing you like most about progress gets a sincere pat on the back. Yeah, from each of us.
Get it in, guys. Guys, shout out to the most sustainable owner Flanagan and the most sustainable, logical, and effective clothing.
Very logical
for jiu-jitsu and streetwear.
Like we said before, guys, tiny hands make light work.
Yes. Guys, we'd also like to shout out Less Impressed, More Involved.
Limmy BJJ on Instagram.
He does excellently to watch videos on YouTube about jiu-jitsu, the sport which we all know and love. Use the code RuneScape on his database Outliers, and you shall receive 50% off your first month. Same for clothing, progress. Use the links below, and you'll receive some kind of money off. I'm not sure how much it is, but
£15% of pounds.
Yes, something like that.
15 cents on the pound.
Code RuneScape. All right, mate.
Okay, all right.
Well,
you don't have to do it.
That's all I've done. What's up, man? You okay?
Yeah, I've been training well, man. Went to Glasgow yesterday. I've got a little scratch on my eye. I was fighting with the cat. I won.
No way, that's from the cat.
That's from the cat, man.
No.
Yeah, we were see his cut.
Is that actually from the cat?
Nah, mate. It's from. I was just doing a little bit of sparring. I was preparing what's called Modestus for his big match. So yeah, I went up to train with Modestus and Aspinall and all those guys, and probably held my own, I'd say. Except I got a little cut. Modestus got a little cut as well off me. So yeah, it's all.
Tommy Aspinall got KO'd by you.
Yeah, that happened as well.
Yeah.
I would say I wouldn't say anything on the podcast, but seeing as you brought it up, I thought I'd say something.
So
yeah, thanks to the rounds, guys.
We're in the works of trying to make something happen with that podcast, but more shall be revealed.
Yeah,
once we actually set it up. So
we're also trying to set up a little striking match between Charles and Tom Aspinall. So Aspinall, if you hear this, Charles has been talking shit about you.
He needs an opponent. He
needs
an opponent. I will take that fight.
Yeah, of course you would take that fight. You and everyone else up here would take that match.
Take that fight.
It's red panty night when you're signed to fight Charlie.
Yeah. MVP too, man.
Yeah. MVP's going to start giving me striking privates. MVP, I hope your tooth heals.
Yeah, he looked awfully sore
honestly,
yesterday.
Mate, having a toothache is dreadful. Yeah, you've got to pretend it's just an ache, like a belly ache.
No, it's intense.
It's
headache.
Intense.
Yeah.
You're just sitting there like...
Bro, he was in so much pain yesterday. He was like, why did I come here? Awfully.
Mate, last time I had a brutal toothache, I was lifeguarding, and I had like a 6-hour shift, and I was just sat there like just pug breathing like out of it, mate. No one was getting saved that day. You're lucky.
Yeah, lucky no one drowned.
You bet up your insurance, boy.
Yeah. All right, so you've been wrestling? You've been doing some...
Yeah, I've been wrestling. Me and Silvio, me and Charles Nicomonchi.
Yep.
Yeah, but just that's it really.
What are you working on? You working on?
Yeah, Modestus came and actually we were doing wrestling. That's where I got a little cut on my eye. But mate, Modestus is tank. Like I don't know, he seems to have improved a lot. Last time, Modestus Bukauskas, for those that don't know, light heavyweight UFC, huge prospect.
We'll get him on the pod after this.
Up against Khalil Roundtree. I think he wants that match back, and he wants to end Khalil Roundtree.
Fair play to him, man. Yeah. To be like, he broke my knee, and I want that match to beat the shit.
Yeah,
out of him.
I mean, honestly, Modestus now compared to before Modestus is night and like now we were Shark Tank. He just doesn't get tired. He's like much chunkier and bigger, and he's got massive quads and hams, and he just keeps going.
He's a big athlete.
And he's also like, it seems like, I don't know, he was still very concentrated before, but now it seems like maybe because he's so close to his match that he's just like,
he's gone hard.
He's careful with us still. It's just like, yeah, he's just very careful. He picks his shots and he doesn't get flustered. He keeps his composure when he's under pressure. And yeah, like, for example, him and Sylvie did a round. Obviously, Sylvie was just bullying the hand fighting because they can't really shoot too much. But Silvio got tired probably eventually, as in my next round with Silvio, he was noticeably tired. And that is the first time I've seen Silvio noticeably tired where he's like resting during the round.
Fair play.
It's not that Modestus was making him tired. He made himself tired. But the fact that Modestus was able to stand up that long and just not be tired was
impressive.
Ridiculous. Yeah, just ridiculous. I don't know, like, what
Mate,
the fuck is...
he's up there training with Tommy Asp. That's
There's at least that, and the fact that there's no more USADA must definitely help on that front. But yeah, fuck it. If that's the rules, them's the rules, man. If it's MMA and you're not taking steroids when everyone else is, then you're a fucking retard.
That
I think.
is so dangerous. Yeah, bro. I was watching that. I was saying this about the Bryce Mitchell fight. Bryce Mitchell's John Silver. Did you see that?
No,
bro. He got the shit kicked out of him, and it's just so obvious. John Silver is juiced up to the teeth, and he's looking good. Obviously, good striking, and he's a strong guy. And Bryce Mitchell's not very athletic.
Not juiced up?
Not juiced up at all, which is a huge mistake for him. Every punch he landed, it was like he was throwing a pillow at Jean Silva. And every time Jean Silva landed a shot on Bryce Mitchell, it was like
just got
chaos.
Charged up again.
Charged up, and he was just ragdolling him and ended up submitting him. So, yeah, if you're doing MMA professionally,
well, yeah,
you better get fucking sauced up, mate.
Yeah, because
it is not a fucking...
very much your health on the line.
It is an intense fucking sport.
You're like 3 or 4 punches to the back of the head from a wheelchair, so you just
seriously, yeah. Bro, remember Vitor Belfort when he was sauced up, mate? Bro,
yeah.
he like made Bisping blind.
Yeah, I'm not 40, mate, so...
What?
I don't remember that.
Right, okay. Now you're really going to start.
Early 40s.
Now you're really going to
Did you like that comment?
You're really going
to Isaac Mitchell.
You're really going to start. Yeah, he wasn't happy with that.
Did you know? But did you like how I said Charles is in his early 40s?
I've seen that. And he liked that. A few other people like that.
But he might actually believe it though.
He's coming.
The only people that would actually know that is a joke is probably me, you, and Crunchy.
Crunchy.
And other people would be like, "Wow, he looks pretty good for 40." It's all right for 43. Just believable that we're going to be like, he's a bit old. He looks good, but he's probably got like 4 more years in him till he wrinkles up like a walnut. But actually, you've got 6 more years. How old are you?
I'm 33. It was my birthday.
Oh, yeah, last Wednesday. We celebrated
Wednesday.
it at home, me and Moggs.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. We had a fucking big meal and everything.
Nice.
Yeah.
We need to go Hawksmoor, don't we? Yeah, we'll do that.
Let's do it, man.
What are you doing tomorrow night?
I'm actually busy.
What are you doing tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night I'm actually free. I'm going going to Czech Republic on Saturday. Whoa, Char.
You relax. Tell me what's going on. What's up?
I'm going to Czech Republic. We're going to do a seminar. I think it's 2 days. I can't even remember. It might just be 1 day. But yeah, I've never been to the Czech Republic. It's going to be a fantastic time.
Formerly Yugoslavia, if we're talking historically, mate.
Czechoslovakia.
Yeah. Czech Republic. Man. Yeah.
Sick, man. Sick.
Once Yugoslavia, wasn't it?
Yeah.
History.
I don't even know.
Continue, mate. Continue the story. Yeah.
Until a certain painter fucked it all up. Those Austrians, man.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Continue.
Well, I don't know what to tell you, mate. I've already said it. I'm going to Czech Republic. Is that not news enough? What are you doing? You're going to fucking wank at home with a packet of biscuits.
Obviously, yeah.
That sounds pretty good, though.
Yeah.
What biscuits? Nothing glutinous.
Nothing.
Oh, God. Nothing. What biscuits would I have? Fucking hell. God. Ginger Crunch. You like those?
If I can get gluten-free, I'll get them.
Really? You've got a lot of bread back there.
You see that?
Isn't that going to go off?
It's not there anymore. You see it? You saw it yesterday.
Yeah. But isn't that going to... You finished it?
It's in the freezer, mate. Right. All right. Should we just finish it?
We just discussed how to clean a toaster.
You done that?
How do you clean a toaster?
You turn it upside down over the sink.
And then?
Or if you're rich enough, mate, you got a good toaster and you pull out little flaps underneath and you in the bin.
Not in the bath?
You could do the bath.
Get some lavender. Get an extra long extension plug and just dip it in with you, man. Try it, guys. Let me know. Let me know in the comments if
clean
you tried that before.
Clean the toaster whilst you're in the bath.
In the tub. Get it hot and send it in, man. Do you mind if I spit on the floor? Can I actually do it once for the content?
Do it.
All right.
Can I spit on the floor? It was worth it. It was worth it. Right, okay. This is crazy, right? What exercises do I have to do to get a blue belt? Surely that is trolling. Yes, he's trolling. Yeah, all right, that will do. Get some cloth on that. Best exercises for squeeze strength. I would say full body workouts, mate. That's what you want to do. You want to have really strong legs for body locking. So obviously squatting, improve your hinging capacities, improve your strength of single legs. That's your legs, mate. That's your lower body sorted. Upper body, get really good at pushing. Get exceptionally strong at pulling, right? Both horizontal and vertical. So there's a million variations you can do. Typically pull-ups, rows, push-ups, benching, pressing overhead, and then, of course, training your arms directly. Strong biceps. You want to be doing normal bicep curls, hands supinated, hammer curls, hands neutral, and then the Zotman curls where you go into eccentric pronation. If you train 3 times a week, you should do 1 day pronated, 1 day neutral, and 1 day for the Zotman or the supinated grip. And then, you want to train your grips directly as well. Some pinch grips or some barbell exchanges, even some pull-up exchanges. That's what I'm saying.
Let's talk about the squeeze in jiu-jitsu.
Go on.
When are you using max force when you're squeezing at the end of your fingers? Never.
Here.
The stronger the squeeze, the closer it is to your core.
Yeah.
So the most important factor would be,
to bring it in.
your abs and your hips and your lats and that kind of stuff.
It's really full body, isn't it?
The further away you go from the core, the weaker the squeeze will be, surely. So probably the most important.
Even when you do that grip thing, everyone goes, and they bring it in, don't they?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Full body, full retard.
Jokes aside, how you did the prone roast today, I like that. You bring the feet in.
Crossing the legs?
Yeah, cross the legs.
I actually felt like I could lift a lot more. For whatever
good.
reason, especially at the top of the rep, I felt like I had some kind of hamstring curl and bridge that would help me full retard my back.
Well, most gyms won't have this set up, but if you have a prone row machine, go on, we'll get the camera out, we'll show it.
Go on then, shall I hop on it?
Yeah, go
I'll
on.
keep this on.
Oh, fuck.
Oh. Hold on, behold, fellas.
Right, let me see.
I like
Right.
to spit on the floor first, but
You're going to
I've
have to
already
drop
done
it.
that.
Give me the fucking mic.
You seen that? Oh, no. Keep it in my hand.
going to leave it there. It better not fall. Right, all right.
Oh,
so
you want me to do a rep, yeah?
Yeah, okay, do a rep.
1 rep for the camera.
So watch what he's doing. See where he's got his leg? He's got his legs there.
Are you watching,
Pinched under.
guys?
So show us how you do it. Show us how you do the other one. You're going to legs. The other way would just be legs straight, but he's going to wrap his legs underneath there, and he's going to pull them towards. Yeah. Anyway, that's a nice variation that
Thanks,
we
man.
like.
Take care.
So that's good. But I guess to build that squeeze strength for jiu-jitsu, you just need to build every general strength capacity. You need to get a very strong upper body, very strong abs. Training your abs directly. Toes to bar are great. Ab wheels are good.
Yeah. And
Pulling strength is ideal.
When do I use the most squeeze? I would say it's on rear naked chokes that are not really set in properly.
But it's also like bridging too.
Yeah, bridging definitely.
If you look at Sylvie, why he's got such a strong, like, why he taps so many people with his fucking body triangle, his legs are just so strong.
That is his hamstrings, and arse. Yeah, it's his hamstrings.
Hamstrings and arse.
He has the strongest hamstrings. Because when he locks a triangle, he has an insanely good triangle.
Yeah.
And it's just hamstrings. Like times when I think I'm out of this and he is still clinging on is just ridiculous.
People say that about Craig Jones as well. He's got these exceptionally strong hamstrings.
Yeah, there you go.
Some people just have them, but you need to have fucking strong hammies. So
because of the walking lunges, I swear.
Walking lunges are really good. Obviously, he's done shit tons of kettlebell swings where he's getting some nice hamstring work there. If you've got a glute hamstring developer, get on that. Basically, you want to do hinge variations, kettlebell swings, RDLs, straight-legged hamstring variations, where you're going to be doing the glute hamstring developer, and then bent leg hamstring variations, lying hamstring curls, seated hamstring curls, Nordic curl variations. Again, if you're training 2 or 3 times a week, you can easily integrate those variations into your strength training program.
Legends. This would be a good segue into...
You got the questions on your phone. You're better.
The Malaga camp. Let's talk about the Malaga camp. Hey, guys, you got to sign up to the Malaga camp really quickly. If you haven't already signed up, then do so.
How do I sign up?
You message me or Silvio on Instagram, or you just go on the Los Banditos website and you'll be able to sign up. It's in Malaga. It's in July. It's probably one of the most beautiful places on earth. Even if you don't do jiu-jitsu, just pay us money, buy some flights, get some accommodation, and just spend your time there.
I would do that.
Yeah, you don't even have to go to the training. It's just if you go to Malaga, make sure that you sign up for our camp. Seriously though,
hang out with the boys.
The jiu-jitsu will be excellent. I will be teaching. Joe Lennon will be teaching.
What date is it again?
It is 17 to 24th.
I'm literally in Australia that whole time.
July.
Fucking prick.
July. Why would you go to Australia when it's going to be winter there?
My uncle's 70th, mate.
Oh, your Uncle Keifel.
Keifel.
But yeah. Right, let's get the questions up then so I can answer some questions. Also, should we talk about the CGI?
What, are you allowed to expose stuff?
Maybe not.
No.
I don't know. I didn't know how widely it was being spoken about. But yeah, CGI is looking
Excellently good.
Someone's offering me finasteride tablets, but I've heard it lowers your test and all that. What's your first 99 in RuneScape? I'm sorry, I have a life. I never got to 99 in anything. What exercises? Yeah, I actually did. Mate, let me tell you something.
You never got Pokemon or anything that's a 99?
What the hell? Are you talking about Pokemon? I'm talking about RuneScape.
Yeah, but did you play Pokemon as well?
Nah.
Obviously. Really? You never had Game Boy play Pokemon?
Oh yeah, on Game Boy.
You never got like Dragonite to 99?
Yeah. I probably got the Pokemon things to 99. Yeah. But that's different. RuneScape is different, mate.
You get like Mewtwo. You only get him at like level fucking
RuneScape 92 is half of 99. 13 million XP. One hit gets you 4 XP.
That's too much, man.
It's just completely ridiculous. 92 to is half of 99.
Really?
It goes exponentially, you see.
Wow.
So obviously 98 to 99 is basically the same as like 1 to 93.
No, it's not.
It is, mate.
That's crazy.
So anyone who gets a 99... Oh, the only way I got high levels in RuneScape was botting, because I'm not a...
Yeah.
Have we got a new bleep, by the way? Auslan.
Aussie.
You didn't change the bleep on the last one.
I thought you said you messaged him.
It's the first thing we said on the podcast. Auslan.
It's too late. He's not going to hear this.
You fucking lion. Change it. What do you mean he's not going to hear it?
He won't listen to... maybe if he listens to the whole thing.
What if I just swear now?
Go.
Fuck, yeah. And then, is he going to bleep it?
Maybe not 20 minutes in. He doesn't beep some of it. He beeps the original ones.
Right,
it's when it happens at the start.
First thing we said, though.
It was.
Right.
We need to text him.
Okay, I actually don't...
I got his number. I'll text him.
I refuse to do that. All right, cool. Yes, I never got a 99. Sorry, I have a life. What exercises do I have to do to get to blue belt? You've already answered
Crunches.
That one. Yeah, ab curls, push-ups, and pull-ups. Although Elio Gracie could never do a pull-up. And neither could the late Orlando Sanchez.
Mace swinging.
Yes, I hear that.
I'm actually doing a video on Fedor Emelianenko today, and he does some...
mace swinging.
No, he doesn't do mace swinging. He does some fucking heavy hammer hits on the tire, which is basically just a big core rotation and then a big flexion extension. He's good, man. He's beast.
Fedora. Lovely hat. Okay. Thoughts on interlocked grips from seated guard? Well,
I watched your seated guard the other night. I'm like, you know what? I was like, I should watch this more often. I feel like I should watch you spar a bit more often.
Who are you watching me spar against?
Ryan, which
one?
Little Ryan.
Ryan the filmer.
Yeah.
The cameraman.
Yeah.
I was playing seated.
You played seated. And you just kept doing this.
Pulling my head in and sending it.
Into the legs. Yeah, you sent him.
Entree.
With that triangle, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the triangular. Yeah, little reverse triangle. I was actually thinking about them the other day.
That was so quick.
The reverse triangle.
Within 10 seconds.
Yeah. What, the sub? Yeah. Yeah.
He went from standing to being submitted within 10 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah. The reverse triangle, it catches people out because it's just from an open position. You think you're safe because the knees are on the right side of your body, but you ain't safe. No, you ain't safe. All right. Do you think CrossFit complements BJJ training?
No.
Honestly, no.
No, it
doesn't. The people that come in from CrossFit are initially fit, but they seem to not be fit exactly where it matters, and they just get tired, and eventually their initial spazziness from CrossFit wears down and they start to get a new jiu-jitsu fitness. It's endurance versus retarding.
It really doesn't, because CrossFit is fucking intense, and most likely if you're trying to do jiu-jitsu and you go to a CrossFit class, you're just going to get so tired and fatigued because you're going to want to go hard in CrossFit. It doesn't make any sense. Don't do that. Just do classic strength training and just build your overall work capacity to do exercises very well. Get a good squat, get a good deadlift, push pull. You already know the spiel. Just do that, mate. Don't fucking do anything fucking CrossFit-y or hit workouts or that kind of shit. You don't need to.
Really, the key for endurance in jiu-jitsu is to be efficient, which is obvious.
Absolutely.
But it's hard to remember that when you're sparring and you're doing things that are effective, even though you're using more energy than you. Think about it. If you're like a master Kung Fu Aikido guy, you basically just snap your fingers and the person in front of you dies. So if you're sweating and doing all these crazy moves just to submit someone, you're doing something wrong. It should be an effortless, literally just be water, my friend, until they tap.
Jonathan Danaher was talking about this. I hope I'm saying that name correctly. Jay Dom. He was talking about as Gordon Ryan got stronger, it was obviously very good, but then he had a new problem of managing his strength more effectively, because the stronger that you are, the more tired you get because you use more strength. So he's like, now he had the challenge of having to learn that, obviously being way stronger and sourced up, which people are like, but he's sourced up. Fine, but he's way stronger now. Now he has to learn that he has to learn how to be more efficient with his strength.
Yes. Like, you could win a battle very easily if you went full retard, but you need to retain your full retard for the actual submission. And an extra full retard in case they escape and try to submit you. So you got to have 2 full retards in the bank. Anyway, do you guys really take some juice?
I don't.
I don't. This is quite an offensive question, though.
Why? Why are you offended?
Just how he frames it. Do you really take some juice? Like, you?
So good, Luke.
Yeah, look, I could be juicy, and a lot of people do think so, right? So fucking right.
Lay off it.
Yeah, lay off it. All right. Well, we look juicy. Maybe I need bigger traps though. Can we just spend like 6 months just doing my traps?
Honestly, every session. We're gonna hit the. Oh no, we're gonna hit that upright rows.
Everything else.
We did upright rows on Monday, yeah.
I didn't do them. But that thing is kind of upright rowy.
Bro, they're back into the. No. Hey. No, the upright rows are back in, mate. We want to get those nice and heavy. Yeah, so good for the trappage.
I like them sometimes. I like them when I'm doing them correctly.
Yeah, our fella Lucas Kennard sent me a message when I was talking about. I made some caption on the Trend City photo, and he goes, imagine someone seeing this for the first time. I think because the caption was, boys getting trend up at Trend City. Boys getting trend up at Trend City. Everyone had their tops off as well. Yeah. And he's like, imagine someone seeing this for the first time.
Honestly, if I had bolder shoulders, it would be undeniable juicing, but I still have children's shoulders. You know what I mean? Children traps.
You are disgusting. Yeah.
I'm just all bones.
Like our mate.
I'm like a well-fed Auschwitz attendee. Just, stealing a lot of food, but ultimately it's never enough.
Like our tiny-handed friend.
Yes. Little raccoon hand.
Let's leave it there.
Raccoon hand. Does creatine cause hair loss? Apparently not.
That's Scotty Forbes. That guy, shout Scotty Forbes. He is the creatine goat, mate. He's like the scientist that does lots of publishes.
He actually asks us questions?
No, he's taking a piss, obviously. Yeah, but
this guy's name is Scott Forbes, PhD.
Yeah, he does research papers on creatine. Yeah.
No, but he's not actually asking the question.
No, he's taking the piss. Yeah, because
but he's actually asking us a question despite having a job.
Yeah.
Wow, what a waste of time. All right.
Shout out Scotty Forbes. I need to grill him. I need to send him a message about the 30 grams of creatine a day. I said I would, and I'll message him out.
Yeah, well, I've been taking. I feel like it's good. And who is it? Dusty told me that a while back, that if you take a big super dose of creatine, that you reduce your chances of injury and all that. And
to be fair, I've been double downing on the creatine recently too, and I feel fantastic.
I've been taking 15 grams in the morning, 15 grams in the evening, and I'm not gonna lie, it definitely almost instantly makes a difference. I didn't even feel like there was a loading period necessary.
No,
remember when people just take 10 grams a day for the first month? We're 30 grams a day now.
Load it up. Yeah. People always like, oh, should I stop taking creatine for a weight cut? That's a very common question. No, just fucking stay on it forever, mate. Your body will adapt faster. Yeah. Get on it. If you stop taking it for a little bit, you've got like about a 1 to 2 week period where it'll just stay like fairly abundant in the body. You like the word abundant. But then it'll dissipate, right? Then it'll dissipate after that. So just keep it in. Don't take it out, all right? That's enough said.
Right. Who wins, Mateusz Jaszyński or Levi Jones-Leary? I believe they fought on Pilates. And
Mateusz won.
Mateusz won. Right. How do you rate the quality of AI, such as ChatGPT, generating workout plans for jits and weights?
Yeah, I mean, look, mate, whether you train for fucking football, judo, jiu-jitsu, what's another sport? Boxing? Football.
Hilarious. That's not a sport.
All the weights training is going to be pretty much the fucking same, mate, for the most part. All you're trying to do is build general physical qualities, right? So if you ChatGPT workout, I'm making myself a bit redundant here. And just do the fucking program, you'll get pretty strong.
Yeah, but you have to check it for mistakes.
Yeah.
You could do the same with nutrition plans. You could do the same with everything. But at the end of the day,
there'll be some little areas in there.
Everyone knows how to read, hopefully, and go to the gym and enact what you've read. You need someone to keep you accountable. That's what Charles is really doing here. He's making you feel bad for missing sessions.
Yeah, why'd you miss that?
Otherwise, did you miss another session? Go on, let's hear the excuse this time, you fat little pig.
That's a life ban. I just give out life bans now.
Really?
Yeah, I love a life ban. I have a life ban here. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about your online program now.
Oh, no,
You're going to life ban someone.
No. Oh, no. Yeah.
Okay.
No, you've already spat on the floor.
How hard is Negromonte to finish? It seems like he never has to tap, even if deep in a sub.
What kind of finishing?
Ooh. Deep in a sub. Is that like a...
Submission? Like a...
big woman? a sub.
A submissive woman. Or a submissive male.
Sub. A sub.
How hard is Charles Negromonte to finish when he's deep in the sub?
Honestly.
Depends how aroused he is, right?
He's been deep in my subs and yeah. Honestly, his outside, I don't know what he's done to the outside of his leg, but the whole anterior side of his leg is just
lateral, you
just
idiot.
fucking hard.
Anterior.
Sorry. Medial, yeah.
Oh no,
lateral.
anterior's front of your back.
Yeah. That's right. My bad. But it is kind of anterior actually. So yeah, anterior and lateral side of his leg is insanely strong. Like I have had some, because usually if you have an outside heel hook and it's on, you can literally feel the fibers coming apart.
Yeah.
But with Negromonte, I feel the fibers are not coming apart. You know what I'm saying? He has some crazy stiffness in his
tendons.
I don't think his tendons are. I think it's just like his ligaments are thick. It just feels
some people
like
have it, yeah.
Some of Taylor's ropes or something. It's fucking thick ligaments on that side. But on the inside, he's easier to get on in that regard. He will usually, I don't get him basically ever, to be fair. He's just very hard to tap. But if you get him on the inside, it's slightly easier. But the outside, he's just fine, mate. He's just fine.
He's fine.
He would just grit his teeth. And even the inside, like he's just very aware of his limits as well. Obviously, he doesn't train like an idiot, but he'll hand fight and escape things that just seem to be like, damn, like I got you, but he just escaped. So yeah,
he's a good jiu-jitsu practitioner.
He's and he's very safe to train with as well. Even though it seems like he goes a bit hard on that, but he's always safe. Like I've never been injured by Charles Negromonte.
Kill that bug.
And I've never been injured by. Hey, because I had to go up and down. I've never been injured by Silvio either, even though people get a bit terrified because they're big.
No, Silvio's very safe. He'll just make you exhausted and punish you.
Yeah, the only injury I ever got from Silvio, I was splitting his legs in 50-50 and his toe came out and hit me in the eye, and now I've got a floater in the eye. But that was just like completely, like I even closed my eye and it still injured me. Anyway, that's my eye. Anyway, what should every martial artist do each week? I always get confused about S&C. Can you train strength, endurance, and plyo at once?
Yes, just sign up to the fucking program, mate. There's literally,
I read that.
I'm going to put a free program below. Yeah. Just do it.
All right, 100 men versus gorilla. Here's my strategy.
Oh, I want to hear that.
All right, so my strategy.
Your opinion. I want to hear this.
This is my strategy. Realistically,
I want to hear what you have to say here.
Yeah. Are you done?
Continue.
Yeah, because I've spent a lot of time in zoos and that. So this is my strategy, right? Obviously, I could just fucking heel hook him and finish it quickly. But he doesn't have heels, does he? He's got hands for feet. So all you fucking idiots saying to heel hook him, you don't know anything. So let me tell you my strategy. It's 100 people, right? So the best way is going to be to go for the softest points, right? Like imagine 10-year-olds trying to kill you. How could a 10-year-old kill you? Even 100 10-year-olds. Like your circumference is not big enough for 100 10-year-olds to be more effective than 50 10-year-olds at the same time, or even 10 10-year-olds. You know, only so many can surround you. So, however, 10-year-olds are stupid, obviously. If they were more malicious and they were stronger per body weight, they'd obviously be a bit more effective. So if we don't call it a 10-year-old, but we just call it 10 50-kilo men, maybe, right? No, that'd be quite easy for 10 50-kilo men. Let's call it, because 10-year-olds aren't even 50 kilos. Let's call it
they're literally
40 kilos.
No, 10-year-olds are like, well, it depends. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, 40 kilos on average, yeah, because some of them would be, you know,
islanders.
Quickly developed.
Yes.
So yeah, this is what I do. Ball sack and the eyes, mate. That is honestly your targets. Because otherwise, what are you going to do? You need to you need some distraction people. But if you just split it 40 on the balls, 40 on the eyeballs, you've got 20 left to survive whilst he's bleeding out from his balls and eyes. And you could, if he stopped moving and you just wanted to finish it a bit quicker, you could just sacrifice 1 or 2 to just punch their hand down the throat and like another 2 to just fingers up the nose and choke
fingers
him.
In the arse.
Yeah. One guy to distract with the finger blasting in the arsehole. Yeah, because in case he bites anyone, you know, you've got 3 or 4 medics on hand with the finger ready.
It's just so dangerous to get like near the gorilla. Like their hands and grips are so strong. He's going to be spazzing out. And if he bites you, mate, oh my God.
I saw one that was like the UFC fighter saying he just imagined just like clapping his hands together and they all like, you just like 5 men just get splatted. But I don't think it's that easy. No, yeah, obviously, what I imagine will be also how long is their cardio realistically?
Well, here's the thing. I watched the video earlier, and it was 2 dogs have chased down a cougar. Obviously, cougars are different, but it's 2 dogs chased down a cougar. And
how old was she?
Hey.
Nah, what is it?
40-year-old MILF. It's like a mountain lion. It's just it's like a jaguar kind of thing. And there's these 2 dogs. They basically just corner him, and they're just barking in his face. And the cougar's just like just it's just exhausted. It's really. And I was like, what the fuck happened here? And I looked into the comments. I was like, someone is going to know what's happened here. And basically, this is just a strategy that these the owner will get these hounds to chase down this cougar.
Yeah,
and just to make it exhausted. Obviously, the dogs are just like barking in front of him, and the cougar's just like, I can't do anything. So you just get the gorilla to a point of exhaustion where 100 men would definitely, I feel like 100 men could definitely get, 50 men could get him exhausted, and then the other 50 could think about killing him. But killing him is going to be tough because, if he's exhausted, you get a few people to hold down his hands and legs, stomping him, eye gouging him. He's going to die eventually because he's exhausted.
Yeah, it's hard to test a gorilla's max strength, obviously. It's probably the max strength is pretty irrelevant, but the main thing is his max cardio, and would he be able to pace himself as well?
Also, does he have opportunity to escape, or is it just like...
No, because then the men will escape as well.
Right.
It's in a closed room where, like, let's say like a football field scenario.
Yeah, 100 men will definitely be able to kill a gorilla.
But they have to be coordinated, and some have to actually sacrifice themselves. So we're talking about...
Yeah, people will die.
Yeah,
people will die.
If we're talking about,
I think at least 10 people will die.
Real life, with people actually afraid and people actually selfish, I think it's far less likely to occur.
Yeah.
Like if you actually care about your life, like the gorilla will just pick you off one by one whilst he gets a bit fresh, and then you're all terrified. Like you need Hassan, mate.
You need people who are just willing to go, I don't care what happens.
Yeah, you need people to just...
Yeah, what's the motivation to kill the gorilla? There has to be motivation to kill the gorilla.
You need to know that you're going to die if you don't do it. And you also need to be somewhat brave enough to not just freeze and let the gorilla pummel you.
How's he going to kill you as well? What's he going to do? Like, obviously, he's so capable of killing, but how do you think he's going to kill you? Is he just going to grab you or bite you? Or is he going to, because he can... How big is his hand? Can he, pick your head up and slam it into the ground?
Yeah.
Oh, he can do that, right?
Yeah, I think they're literally, stood up, 11 foot.
Really?
I think they're fucking massive.
They're
mate.
so big. And they can just grab their feet.
And also their forearms are bigger than their biceps. So a hammer fist would literally be like getting hit with like a baseball bat with a brick on the end.
Yeah, so they're just like that.
Yeah, just like
mate,
imagine the forearm.
They're so I saw a video of these like kids in the zoo, like you've probably seen the video. They beat their chest at the glass.
Yeah.
Then the big alpha comes and literally just like runs at the glass and launches himself, and the whole like fucking thing cracks.
I would leave. I would leave the zoo.
The whole thing.
Okay.
The whole glass just goes, which is like, you know, that's proper glass, mate.
Oh, okay.
Let's leave.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
He
so
was
anyway,
not
I
happy.
think they could, but you'd have to be cool. If there was no coordination, then you're basically finished.
What about tiger, mate?
I think a tiger will get tired even quicker, but the claws could be a real issue because a tiger would merely need a good scratch on each person, but they're not. I don't know. They're not that clever, are they? Tigers.
I think they're pretty smart, but it's probably going to spend more time on like one or two people and just like get down and like whilst he's there.
Whilst the other 99 are fingering me in the arse.
Get off him! Get off him! Get off him!
Get off him, man! Let me get in. Anyway, if you want to survive, just get up your finger in the arse game.
Yeah.
All right.
Humans too.
Wow, this is a good question. Gi or no gi? Next. What are your thoughts about unconventional training for BJJ?
What does that mean?
Like carrying logs, fighting tigers, screaming in the woods. Honestly, Roberto Jimenez makes it work.
Were they really
that
options?
was the question. What are your... No, he didn't give options. What are your thoughts about unconventional training for BJJ?
What does that mean? Like in the weight room or... Shut up,
anything
mate.
that's not good training.
Yeah, just...
Probably.
What do you think,
I
mate?
would avoid that. Me personally, I just train.
Yeah, there's been enough people who conventionally have gotten...
When's the next match, Owen? It's probably Eoghan. If we're getting paid, right, then I'll do it. If we're not getting paid to show up,
Whose team
I'm
are you
not
in?
going to fucking Kazakhstan.
Whose team are you in?
Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
I can call that.
Yeah, let's start that question again. When's the next match, Owen? Yeah, it's probably going to be Eoghan if I end up doing it. Obviously, I need to be paid handsomely to be going so far away from my lovely home where I have a cat. What's the most legit DARS escape? Getting your elbow behind your head? If so, what percentage body weight would you like to see on squat, dead, and bench? Good question. No, I read it in the wrong order. I know what you mean, man.
Right. What percentage? I don't know, mate.
strength training-
Let's say at least 1.5. I would love to see a 1.5 times body weight on a squat, at least a 1.5 on a dead, and then a 1.5 on a bench. Just 1.5 everything, mate.
Why is my
Two
squat
times everything.
so much worse than my bench? Is it because I'm squatting my body weight as well?
Yeah, you got a very strong upper body, mate.
Yeah. Thanks.
Puny, pathetic little leg. To be fair, your deadlift is excellently improving.
Much better, yeah, now
Yeah,
with the straps.
Since we got the straps and with all the other fellas are lifting heavy around you, I feel like you're like, yeah, let's fucking have it.
It's honestly just the straps.
How's it?
Because as I was doing it before, I'd get to my thigh, and then if I want to get it higher, it would just roll from my primary knuckles to my tertiary knuckles, and that would be it. You like that?
Yeah, I like
Thanks.
that.
Yeah, I like you too.
Yeah, I don't know, mate. Just get fucking strong. I could give you a proper answer here, but the goal, you're going to know when you're strong enough, mate. The reality is I've got Silvio, right? Silvio isn't spectacular at weightlifting. He's got very good single leg strength. His benching is really nothing impressive in terms of like how heavy weightlifters can lift. He's got an excellent walking lunge, an excellent Bulgarian. Deadlifts, all right. Squat, not bad. Go wrestle with him, mate. He's one of the strongest human beings I've ever
But I don't
wrestled
think
with.
he pushes that hard in the gym. I think on the
I've seen
bench
him
he
push.
pushes, but I honestly believe his deadlift could, if he wasn't afraid of injuring himself and he lifted like I'm lifting now, or how Taylor always lifts, where it's just like, fuck it, I'm just going to round my back and I lift it. He could definitely lift 200 kilos.
Yeah. No, I believe... Yeah,
Probably without straps.
He probably could do... Oh, yeah, he wouldn't be wearing straps. He likes a strap, though.
I see how they're necessary. Obviously, even something like... To be fair, less so on the RDLs, because I still feel like 100 for 8 is quite hard on my hamstrings.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the deadlifts, it just comes a point, the grip.
Yeah, as a question, should I use straps for weights? Yeah, absolutely. You can train your grips directly at the end, and you're going to get indirect grip training through other exercises. But if you're doing a heavy deadlift and you feel you need straps, put the fucking straps on. Why inhibit your deadlift for the grip? You can train your grips elsewhere, mate. The goal of the deadlift is to get a nice, strong posterior chain and really tax the nervous system. That's the goal, mate.
Thoughts on people wearing scrum caps when rolling? Actually, interesting question.
It's good for the collie, mate. It's probably the most. It's probably the ego, mate.
Yeah, like you're saying. Yeah, it's probably the best one to stop the collie, isn't it? But
it's better than the wrestling ones.
It's a bit dangerous, isn't it? Because even me, when I'm upside down or my ears are a bit blocked and someone's tapping and they're kind of half-hearted tapping, or I'm on a leg and they're facing away and tapping and they go, yeah. And I'm like, were you tapping? And he's like, yes, I was tapping for a long time. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Wow. Didn't hear.
So the wrestling ones, the American wrestling ones, I don't think are as good as the actual just rugby ones.
Yeah. They move too much. The American wrestling ones, if you don't put them on properly, you're going to fuck yourself up.
Yeah, they're shit.
They come off all the time.
Also, when you're training with someone who's got them on, there's going to be like a bit of Velcro. There's going to be something that's like pointy and shit. I hate it.
But when you put them on, when you put the wrestling ones on properly, they are actually legit. But you have to adjust it so perfectly to your head that like you can't even take it off. Basically, like you got to undo it every time, then redo it to the perfect amount. I just feel like it's too much hassle. Just accept your fucked up ears.
Yeah.
And if you've got really bad cauliflower ear, you have to stop training. Unfortunately. Like a scrum cap will not save you even. Nothing will save you.
It'll be too painful.
Yeah, it's just always going to get re-injured slightly. And yeah, that'll be you. I'm getting a call from Margarita. What a treat. Maybe I'll answer later though. Thoughts? Biggest meal eaten in one sitting? Interesting, man.
When I was a kid, we would do a Wheat Bix challenge. This was when I was eating gluten. I honestly think I had 35 Wheat Bix in one sitting.
Yeah. Is that actually that much though?
Is that much in calories? I don't know. I feel like I've had way bigger calorific meals.
Yeah, big is quite an odd
35 Wheat Bix with sugar and like milk and shit all in one is a lot though. It's a lot to get down.
When I used to have Wheat Bix, I used to put just the least amount of milk so that it was still crunchy, but not dry.
Al dente.
Yeah, exactly. Al dente Weetabix. I used to fucking love them.
I like a mix of the two.
Yeah.
Just don't mind it soggy, but you best believe more sugar's coming in.
Yeah, I hate when they start saying, try it hot. Have you ever had hot milk with a Weetabix? It's fucking disgusting. Disgusting, lad. Right. For me, probably, I wouldn't call it one sitting, but probably the most I've ever eaten is a day before CGI.
You were on a mission too. You kept showing...
10 kilos, man.
Fellas, 91. Fellas.
10 kilos in a day.
Stop eating.
10 kilograms in a day. I felt awful.
You're going for it.
I feel bad.
What about, no, there's got to be some kind of drunk meal. I remember when I used to get pissed, when I used to get pissed, as opposed to, anyway.
Sober Charles now.
Yeah. Therapy.
I used to really get drunk.
No,
I think this is drunk Charles.
Drunk feed would be 2 double quarter pounders, fries, and a McFlurry. That's got to be high on the calorie. It's high on the calorie count, mate.
I wouldn't trust myself to eat loads when I'm drunk. No, I need to be, honestly, when I'm like high, and not when I'm smoking all the time, but if I've just gotten high, let's say for the second time after a little break, that will be prime, where I just feel like I can, zero ghrelin, you're just eating and eating and eating. And those are the times where it's like, it's not even one sitting because you can't fit it all on the table or plate. You've got to go to and fro the fridge and just continuously eat. Mate, every single night, basically, I get home from training and it's from like, let's say I get home at like 10:15 to about 1 a.m. I'm just eating.
Are you spliffing? You have a spliff and then
spliffing and eating. I'm just eating and smoking and eating and smoking, just continuously till I'm like completely disgustingly full and high, and then I go to bed.
It's really interesting, and you sleep like a baby.
Yeah, I sleep very well. Yeah,
that's sick.
As long as the bed is fine. Like before, our bed was tilted, I slept awfully. But as long as the bed is flat and I have enough space, I sleep very well.
What size bed you got? You Super King?
No, now because we moved, you're on a shit bed, but we're gonna get like a beast bed.
Get the Super King.
I honestly sleep best when I'm like spread out fully. Yeah, and.
Mate, get Emperor
also,
or Super King?
My best sleep will be, let's say I sleep for a bit, I wake up at 10 a.m. This would be like if I'm not training, I wake up at 10 a.m. and I'll have a piss and like half a glass bottle of water, and then I'll go back to sleep. And that subsequent hour and a half is like the best sleep of my life every time. Yeah, I'll piss, have a water, and I'll go back to sleep, and the sleep is fucking insane.
Blackout blinds, eye mask, all that kind of shit.
I'll just put the eye mask on, yeah. Or sometimes nothing, and I'll just like, after that piss, even if I've woken up a bit, after that piss in that water, I'll go back, and it'll just be, maybe it's because it's REM sleep there as well. Like I've already got the highness out of my system. I get like good 2 hours of just straight REM.
Mate, I can't. Once I piss, I feel like I'm not gonna. Well, unless in the middle of the night, obviously it's different. But once I get up in the morning, I need to.
But this is when I feel like I'm missing that last hour.
Yeah, you're like
I'm just too dry mouth, too need a piss. Sometimes the piss will barely be even pissing; it'll just be dry mouth.
You ever just piss in your own mouth?
You could actually do that, to be fair.
Yeah, recycle that.
Maybe someone asked that next week.
Yeah.
Okay. Best way to get and finish RNC if can't trap arm from the back?
Oh, this is a good question for you, mate. You know how to do that. Next question.
No, I mean, it's just a very broad question, isn't it? What's the best way of doing something? The best way depends on how your opponent defends, doesn't it? But what I would say as a simple option is don't even bother trying to get under your partner's neck. Try to align your body triangle with your strangle arm. All
right. Should we go to the next question?
Let's call it there.
You want to leave it there?
Nah, let's do another question.
Right, come on.
Honestly, I was thinking.
Nothing.
My mind drew a blank. My mouth blank.
It's funny. People are going to realise about what the fuck? The podcast just end? And no.
Was that it?
Was that it?
They'll just hear the heavy breathing. Hannibal Lecter.
Right, come on. We should finish up there. Right? Come on.
Oh, yeah, we need to finish. Yeah, that's the end of the podcast, guys. Okay, endurance or strength training in a 40-year-old BJJ black belt? Strength training. You're welcome.
Do it all, mate. Do it all. Full body workouts. That'll increase your strength.
Strength and pliers.
Capacity. Exactly. Great. All right.
Take care, guys.
Thanks for the podcast, man.
Really?
Thanks for the
Thank
podcast.
you. All right, that's weird. Yeah,
Thanks for the
man.
podcast.
Thanks. Yeah, that was
Thanks for the pod.
getting a bit closer here.
Yeah, all right.
I'm not sure the viewers would like that. Astaghfirullah.
Right, guys. Look at all the links below. I need to replace one of your BJJ Fanatics links because apparently it doesn't work anymore.
Mad thing.
I will do that.
Crazy someone wrote that.
He has lots of instructionals. There's a Los Benditos gym there as well.
Patronizing.
We've already talked about the Patreon. No, we've already talked about the Malaga camp. Check out the Patreon. If you want to do some strength training, look everything below. Thank you later, guys.
If you liked the podcast, then you should
Share
rate it and share it because we get money. Bye.